Number 6, the right actions. So for years, I refused to learn to drive a car because I was afraid, right? I hated accidents. Who doesn't? And I didn't want to get involved in one. Anytime I tried to go somewhere, I would either have a sibling drive me or I would hire a private taxi. However, I read different car magazines. I watched driving shows on DSTV and so on and so forth. I was in love with cars. I'm still in love with them. Then in 2014, I contracted someone to teach me to be able to drive on my own. By the 7th day, I was driving on, in the inner streets. In 14 days, I was driving on the expressway. In about a month, I was driving all the way from Festac to Loiki, a distance of over 35 kilometers or 2 hours. By the end of the second month, I was as good as any other driver. In just 8 weeks, I had mastered what I had avoided like it was a deadly disease for the last maybe 14 years. Business is the same thing. Business is all about action. Without action, nothing happens. Many new business owners spend hours planning without doing. This is an invitation to failure. You will learn a lot more from taking action, from doing things, than from planning and learning. Of course, you want to research. Of course, you want to get things really, really right before you launch. But when you spend more time planning and learning, you lose valuable time and money that you should have earned already. When you take action, however, you learn so much more and a lot faster than sitting down in one place planning forever. The major reason people spend forever planning instead of doing is because they are afraid. They are afraid they are going to fail. But guess what? When you take action, you will lose your fear. Right? You will lose your fear. You will see decline until it eventually disappears forever. Because you will learn what works and you will learn what doesn't work. Don't worry about getting everything perfect. It will never be perfect. Just aim for great. Aim for something that works well for your customer so that they feel it is worth more to them than they are paying for it. Most businesses don't do anything. They only make big plans and do nothing about it. Right? This includes many of your competitors. So if you are the only one taking action every day, you will end up burying them with what is referred to as speed of implementation. This is when you have an idea, right, and you are the quickest to implement it in your business. You will be the first to start reaping the fruits and benefits long before your competitors wake up to copy you, if at all they even think of doing that. Do not be like the people who have an idea and do nothing with it. You must be different, because an idea is just like a dream. When you first have it, it is fantastic. The longer you don't implement it, it becomes older and it looks ordinary. Doubts creeping, and you make up excuses why it wouldn't work anyway. So much more, you force yourself to forget it. Soon, it will simply fade away from your consciousness and you don't even remember it at all. But the truth is that the bad things that happen in business actually, mostly happen when you do not take action. When you do not implement the plans that you have drawn up. When you don't create and improve your product. When you don't advertise and market your product. Do not be afraid that something bad is going to happen because you took action. Because the bad things only happen when you do not take action. Then, for a certainty, bad things are going to happen. Now, last but not least, we are going to talk about the 7th step.